How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Everyone has been making videos about how excited they are for their KVKs, and I wanted to make something a little different. This video is for those of you who aren't going to have as great of a KVK. Maybe you don't have a lot of fighting. Maybe it's like a really easy KVK for you, or maybe you're just completely unmatched. And I know what that feels like. I was in multiple alliances where we just had awful seasons, one after the other, and it was not a lot of fun. However, I want to tell you that if you are in this map here, the winter is upon us. This is a really great opportunity to make a lot of account progression. So the reason that I think that this map is a really great opportunity to develop your account is because of the seasonal talents and policies. So let's start with the talents here. So I know a lot of players are really excited for long-range warfare. However, if you don't really have strong archers, I actually wouldn't even recommend getting this one here with the exemplar. I would just go for battle preparation. This is what I did back in the day when we last played Winters Upon Us. I didn't have archers, and it was a KVK where we didn't really need like a lot of firepower to win. And so I just went with battle preparation to get the extra pet warrant. And this is huge. Getting an extra pet every day, like it might not seem like a lot, but it is quite a bit. And so I would definitely recommend doing that. And then perhaps one of the most important things from here is just this harvester. Getting 15% more resources from resource points is huge. And that's one of the things that I really recommend that you do in this map is focus on farming. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the farming that I've been doing. So as you can see here, I'm getting a bonus 15% from farming mana. And I'm not Wilderberg. Wilderberg get an extra 5%. So those are like really great for your farms. So this is 15%. And there's actually one more policy. If we go over to, let's go over here. If we go over to the season policies, there's going to be this policy here, Easy Does It. And this is going to give you an extra 50% resources when you complete the nodes. And I know that it says that it reduces gather speed by 20%, but honestly, this is not very significant. This is maybe like a couple of minutes. So the 15% is definitely worth it. Other things in this tree, this one can be pretty nice. It's especially good for farms. And then obviously if you're running a farm account, you'll use Fruitful Alliance. This increases gather speed and load capacity, which is huge. With this talent, your farmers can pretty much gather from an alliance node 24/7, which is really nice. Now, I currently went with back in business as I want the CP recovery early on, so I don't have this harvester bonus right now, but I'm going to show you what this harvester bonus can look like on my farm account that I have. So on my farm account here, I have the 5% from the Wilderberg, 15% from harvester, and I also have the other 15% that comes from Easy Does It. And as you can see, I'm getting a huge amount of bonus resources. So if you have farms, definitely make sure to do that. The other option that you also have is if you go back to the season policies, you could choose to not go with Easy Does It and go for Opportunist. And one thing that you can actually do is you can have your farms gather mana, and then if you kill your farms, you're going to get half of that mana. Now, you aren't getting the full amount, which is like the only con, but if mana is the main thing that you want to be gathering, this is a pretty awesome way to just get extra mana. As we all know, mana is the limiting resource. I always have my gatherers all farming mana, and my farms will transfer the other resources to me. So that's going to be it from the video today. Hope you found this helpful. If you are in a pretty bad KVK, I'm really sorry. But try to look on the bright side. This is a good opportunity to stock up on resources and work on your pets. Even in competitive KVKs, alliances sometimes take the time to just gather. And that's because resource healing in this game is just so expensive. And now with the shorter seasons, it's so hard to just keep going. So it's probably going to be pretty common that alliances take breaks. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. And if you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments below. And I'll see you next time.